Honey, I see you have your suitcase on the bed. I thought I already unpacked for you. Why unpacking again? I don't get.
I'm sorry honey, I need to run now. I'll just zip up this suitcase. I have a conference to attend. I'll be back in about 3 days.
Is this a joke or what? A conference to attend, but you just got back from a trip few hours ago. You said you wanted fresh fish stew as against the chicken stew I prepared for you. I went to the market, prepared it, and I'm about calling you now to come have lunch and you say you're going away for another conference. For 3 days. By the way, when did you intend telling me?
You're right honey, but you see I didn't plan this particular trip myself, it is impromptu. I just got a message now from the senior pastor that I would have to represent him. I just have to go now so that I can arrive there in time.
This has got to be some sort of joke really. You've been away for 2 weeks, now you return and you're going away again almost immediately. I can't just seem to wrap my head around this. Are you the only pastor that can represent the senior pastor? Let them delegate responsibilities to other pastors now. I also need my husband.
Don't worry darling, I'll be home before you realize it. This one is just for 3 days and I promise to make it up to you.
No Andrew, I disagree. You go nowhere. You speak of 3 days as if it's 3 hours. I'm in that time of the month when I'm most fertile, so I need you around. How do we make babies this way with your absence all the time? I also want to carry a child of my own.
Do not try to stop the work of the Lord Amelia. The church is marching on and the gate of hell will never prevail. I just said I will make it up to you. Besides, having children is not why we married, it's for fulfilling purpose first, and that is paramount for me. The Lord will give us our own children at the right time no matter the delay.
Mind you Andrew, the Lord is not the one delaying us in bearing children. It's up to us to do the needful. You are the one delaying us, and mind you, we are not getting younger.
Bye honey, I need to run now.
Amelia my dear, so you mean to say your husband has traveled again? My dear, honestly I'm fed up. I do not envy you at all. That is why I can never marry a pastor. Always busy, from one trip to the other, highly boring set of people. The most annoying part is me rushing off to the market. You needed to see the way I combed the entire market just because I was looking for his favorite fish. I got busy in the kitchen in the heat preparing a delicious stew for him, hot and peppery just the way he likes it. He didn't even look at the meal, not to talk of eating it. I had to pour everything away out of anger. He just got back from a trip and he is off again almost immediately. How do we make babies this way? It's been 5 years since we married, but he is always not available on my fertile days and he is just so not bothered. I can help you, you know. In what way? How do you mean? Okay, you are the woman here, you need to help yourself. At least have a baby of your own. How do you mean Vivian? I wouldn't impregnate myself, would I? Of course I know Amelia, that is where my help comes in. I can hook you up with some guys. You need to go out and have fun yourself. What are you always doing indoors while your husband is away? At least keep yourself busy. Have fun with the guys and have a baby of your own. You pin the pregnancy on your husband since he wouldn't suspect a thing and everyone is happy. God forbid. I will never do such. I am a born-again child of God and a pastor's wife. Why would you even think of such a thing, Vivian? Well, you don't need to raise your voice at me. I'm only trying to help after all. Even if you don't frolic with the guys, just do it once and have a baby. You know your biological time is ticking fast and I'm positive this would work. Do you even know what your own husband is doing on those trips? Are you 100% sure he is just about ministry stuff? Except infidelity is not a deal breaker for you. We've seen and heard a lot about pastors these days, so my dear, you need to be smart and wise. Was that what you did to have children? Besides, I trust my husband. He is not wayward. Excuse me, what sort of insult is that? You are the one whose husband is never available and an innocent me is only trying to help your condition, so I don't deserve to be insulted. Don't be offended my friend, I don't mean to insult you. But I don't think I can do this. I understand it's a terrain you are new to, but at least, give it a try. You can always back out. I'll send some numbers to your phone right away. You can pick anyone you like after speaking with them, or you can decide to go for all. I need to get going now. Vivian sent the numbers already. I feel so tempted to call right away. It won't be a bad idea, I think, at least just to have a friend to talk to, but heaven knows I will never do as she has suggested. I am not a prostitute. I will even delete the numbers, don't think I want to keep such.
Day 2 of this conference is getting hot. Every session has sparked a new kind of fire within me. God bless you, Pastor Andrew, that message you took was for me. They are things that the Lord has been calling my attention to recently.
Of course it gets better. The glory of the latter will always surpass the former. I'm only privileged to be a worthy vessel in the hands of the Lord.
And to think Pastor Nad was the initial person given that topic you ministered on. The senior pastor said he couldn't come, that he said he needs to spend some time with his family, that he needs to balance ministry with family.
Well, for me, the work of the Lord takes priority over all other things in my life, not even my family. If I get home now and I'm assigned as one of the pastors for a missionary work, I would gladly oblige.
You would leave your wife again, sir? You know I was not part of the conference before this one, but you were a part, and almost immediately, you replaced Pastor Nat for this conference, and you wouldn't mind that your wife would be by herself again if another program calls.
Exactly, Pastor Uriel. My wife would be fine at the end. She might protest, but she would be fine. She knows she married a pastor and I wouldn't be around all the time. God first. That has been my watchword.
Maybe I'll understand these things better when I'm married.
You would, but better to spell it out before tying the knot. The next session is about to start. Let's get going.
If boredom was a person, it would be me. My husband is not returning my calls and messages. This is the second day he has traveled and he has not deemed it fit to give me a call and just check up on me. I'm calling and he is not picking or returning my calls. At least if I had children, they would have been my companion as times like this. Oh, I'm glad I still have those numbers Vivian sent me. I'll just call and see who picks. Just to have someone to speak with, no harm done. I'll go ahead right away and dial the numbers.